Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's your man G-Boy T, and I'm back with another Division 2 video. And I want to go over with you guys about the healing build that is needed when running the Paradise Lost Incursion. Alright, so don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to me on my YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter at G_Boy T. Show your man some love, y'all. So let's get into the build, why shall we? Alright. So starting off, guys, I want to go ahead and just get you guys in tune with what you need on the specialization end. As you can see, I'm running the survivalist. Reason we're running the survivalist is because of its healing capabilities. Okay, this is a healer build, and like I said, there's many ways that you can run the incursion, but this is by far the best setup to have in my perspective when trying to heal your team during the incursion run. All right. Now the reason we want to go to this is because of not only the healing capabilities, but because of one particular perk on here. I bet you probably didn't even realize it, but on the Survivalist Tactical Link talent, group members get 10% bonus damage to targets with status effects. And I'm going to tell you why that's so important. Alright, so whenever you guys are going up against these bosses and ads and stuff, if you see, we have incendiary grenades. The incendiary grenade applies burn to targets within radius. Burn is a status effect, all right? So applying status effect to all these ads or NPCs, that gives your team a buff, all right? Now, another reason why you want to run this is, of course, you get 10% increased protection from elites, but that's just for you individually, okay? It does not go out to the team. That's just for you. Now, 15% increased outgoing healing. That is a major, major deal when it comes to you being a healer in the incursion. You always want to be able to put out the most heals possible. Another thing that's good from this specialization is that the armor kits, they now repair over 5 seconds instead of instantly. But the most important thing of all is it also applies to group members within 20 meters. 20 meters is pretty far, y'all. So as long as you within the proximity of an ally or your teammate and they need health, pop a kit, they're going to get that healing attribute as well. All right. So like I said, the survivalist tactical link, you give that 10% extra bonus damage to enemies that has a status, 15% increased outgoing healing, and you also can give your allies um, heals with just by popping the kit from being near them. All right. Um, Gun wise, you definitely want to make sure that you got your shotgun uh, increased to the maximum. That's probably the only real important thing to have is the shotgun on this particular build. All right. Now going into the rest of the build, as I said before, we're using shotguns. I decided to go with the Scorpio. Uh, Definitely one of the best shotguns in the game, if not the best. And of course, going through the incursion, this is the best shotgun you want to have. For one, because of its talent. It's called Septic Shock. Shooting the target applies stack of venom, which lasts for 10 seconds. Increasing stats add more severe debuffs to the target. So you're not only giving your team a buff by wearing the survivalist, but you also giving your team an extra buff by debuffing all the NPCs with this Scorpio. The first thing it does with one shot is poison. The third shot is disoriented. The sixth shot is shock, which is very critical. The seventh shot, um, target takes additional 20% damage from all sources. Stats no longer increase. That seventh shot is so important, especially when you going against Wright, who is the second boss inside the incursion, and the Lovebirds with Martinez and Johnson. All right. Duration of status effects is based on percentage of pellets hit on applying shot. All right. So this is definitely a major shotgun to have. Let's go to the second. I decided to go with the lefty, and I decided to go with the lefty not really because of the attributes, but because of the perfect sledgehammer. This is the perfect version of the sledgehammer, which gives you 40% more damage to armor and have a negative 30% movement speed. All right. So dealing damage with the grenade applies a mark on the target. So all you have to do, remember, all this stuff plays in all in the same phase, right? So whenever you're using the lefty, make sure you have it in your hand before you throw out your grenade. All right, throwing out that grenade is going to give you a major buff. So targets with the sledgehammer mark, they take 40% more damage, and they also lose 30% movement speed. Okay, which is a major thing. So not only do you have the perfect sledgehammer talent giving you that 40% buff, you also got to remember that survivalist is also giving you that extra 10% damage output to the team towards the NPCs by them being status. And it doesn't matter what it doesn't really matter what grenade you use, just as long as you hit them with a grenade. But in this perspective, to get more damage, you want to use your fire grenades that come with this specialization, because for one, it spreads real wide. It'll get both enemies at one time, and not only that, it's a status that they're hit with, plus with the 40% plus 10. Like the list just goes on and on, right? So let's go down and see what we got for the gear. So we're using the Future Initiative um, gear set. Got repair skills on both for the mask. All right, and we have the Future Initiative chest piece, both with repair skills for the attributes. Um, the talent name is Tactical Superiority, right? Superiority. So increases ground control damage bonus from plus 15% to 25%, and that is a big deal. All right. Holster, repair skills. We got the knee pads using the Future Initiative knees. Got repair skills. We're using the BTSU for the gloves. It also gives you skill haste and repair skills, which is major. Um, this talent here, it allows you to grant 15% hive skill haste per skill tier. Detonated a hive refreshes your skill cooldowns and grants overcharge for 15 seconds. If at skill tier 6, this effect also applies to all allies. Allies receiving this effect are unable to benefit from it again for 120 seconds. Now although this has a cooldown of 120 seconds for your teammates, it's still critical. So that's why whenever you get ready to overcharge, you want to make sure you use the overcharge at the right time, because you won't get it for another 120 seconds. All right. Definitely plays a major part, especially when it comes to Martinez and Johnson. Overcharging before you get up on them stairs allows all the skills that are being used to distract Johnson and Martinez to have a higher threat. Like the decoy has a higher threat when overcharged. If you're using the booster hive, you get 32 charges whenever overcharged. So it's a lot of perks that come with that overcharge. It doesn't necessarily give your team a buff and outgoing damage. It just helps you to be able to protect yourself more and help your team get through the incursion a whole lot better. All right. So that's definitely what you want on there. And last but not least, to put the icing on the cake, the setup backpack is what you need. Even though it has total armor as the original attribute that it gives you, that's not our main concern. Our main concern is the talent, which is perfectly opportunistic. Enemies you hit take 15% more damage from all sources for 5 seconds. This also requires using a marksman or shotgun weapons only. All right, so that's why it's great for the healer to use, because you're giving out an extra 15% damage boost to any enemy that you hit. So as long as you smacking enemies, it doesn't matter when and where or how. If you hit them with the shotgun, they're automatically tagged, and they have they take 15% more damage from everybody in your team, even yourself. All right. We rocking skills and repair skills. I know it has explosive resistance. Honestly, if it would have had hazard protection, I would have been fine with that. But our overall goal is to get repair skills in place of that explosive resistance with skill haste, so that you can put another repair skills on the mod. That way you can have more, even better outgoing healing when it comes to trying to keep your team alive. All right. Let's see. Let's go down to the skill. So we are rocking the reinforcer. This is the canister. It disperses a cloud of gas that repairs and reinforces armor of anyone inside the cloud. The reinforcer is pretty much the best thing when it comes to healing. This is what gives you or your teammates like that instant boost of health that they need when they're in critical moments. Um, but I mean, you still can get, DPS probably quicker than you can get healed. But if you want a more quicker and more boost to your allies whenever you're trying to heal them, the reinforcer is definitely the way to go. All right. So we're going with the Restorer Hive. It sends out micro repair drones that expends themselves to repair allies' armor. All right. Um, this is also what you want to use whenever you're out there trying to help your team stay alive. It doesn't heal as fast as the reinforcer does. It's not instant like the reinforcer, but it definitely is needed when out there on that battlefield because it still heals. It's just a little slower, but it definitely heals your team and keeps them up and going. All right. So that's it doesn't really matter what pistol you use, and that's pretty much all it is when it comes to this healing build for the Paradise Lost Incursion. All right. So if you guys got any questions, please hit me up on my YouTube or any one of my platforms. Just leave a comment, like and subscribe. Let me know what you would have did different, or if you have a better way, so we can let the world know how to play it even better than this. Feel free to hit me up and let me know what's going on. All right. So don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe on my YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter at G_boyt, and that is your healing build for the Paradise Lost Incursion. See you guys next time.